Okay, a very good afternoon, everybody. It's my pleasure to welcome you here on behalf of the University Tartu member team, which I'm not a member of. My name is Vašek Matiáš, and I'm having the pleasure to coordinate Cybersecurity Excellence Hub in Estonia and South Moravia, the project that organizes its brokerage event around which other satellite events are taking place this week here in the beautiful city of Tartu. How did the chess project actually start? I was pushed to consider what happened in the past. And in a nutshell, two crazy guys from Moravia met one American. The American worked for the University of Tartu, and they thought of, let's do a cybersecurity project. And that's basically story of chess conception in a nutshell. The more official story is collaboration between the region of South Moravia, where Brno is the capital of, is actually very much cybersecurity focused. And when we considered applying for the call within the widening country support and the excellence hubs, Estonia, and in particular, both spots in Tartu and Tallinn were the obvious targets where we addressed our queries. Would you consider playing this game with us and having some fun on various aspects of cybersecurity? Who is playing the game? Masaryk University on one side, consulting and discussing things with a wide network of partners. First of all, I definitely must mention Brno University of Technology and partners from the ecosystem on the company side, on the government side, on the fourth sector side, and discussions with our partners in Estonia, where at the end of these discussions, we said, okay, let's focus on 6 specific areas of cybersecurity and figure out what we do in these areas and figure out how we complement each other. So on the Czech side, as I mentioned, 2 universities. On the Estonian side, 2 universities. On the Czech side, 1 American company, sorry guys, but having its largest R&D center actually located in Brno in South Moravia. On the Estonian side, Cybernetica and Guardtime. On the Czech side, NUKIP, the Czech Cybersecurity and Information Security Agency, and RIA on the Estonian side. Cybersecurity Hub being operated from Masaryk University in close collaboration with Brno University of Technology and Czech University of Technology from Prague, and being in very close collaboration with various partners from the industry, from the government, and so on. So this is why they get this pointer, not pointing, sorry. This weird position between the government and the society. And last but not least, the South Moravian Innovation Center, operating from Brno, and Estonian Association ITL operating from Tallinn. These are the partners of the chess project. The 6 focus areas that I mentioned, the 6 ones that we identified in the start, basically serve for the project as, let's say, harbors that allow one to anchor a ship or boat. Harbor number 1, Internet of Secure Things, security certification being number 2, verification of trustworthy software number 3, security in blockchain number 4, post-quantum crypto number 5, and human coming at the very end of the chain, number 6, human-centric aspects of cybersecurity. Within these 6 areas, we then encouraged all the partners, Let's propose crazy things that you want to entertain in research. Let's have some fun with research, but you will keep on your mind that that research must be applicable to the industry or to the government, and you will be responsible for this applicability. So these 6 challenge areas are, after 3 years of the project, I dare to say, set quite well and work as the nuclei of our research and innovation cooperation. I pursue a very Darwinistic approach with respect to these ships and boats in the harbor. Whatever is not actually moving forward, we better sink, move the passengers on another boat, and try something else that is coming, again with some risk, but hopefully also with some gain. We are involving graduate students already at the master level, also several bachelor students into the project. So it's covering all range of professions and levels of maturity in both industrial as well as academic ecosystems. And we also support these teams in the new project proposals. And that's why, as part of this brokerage event, you are some of you may be involved in the project focusing on post-quantum cryptography, the Quark project, that in a few moments will be presented. Some of us are involved in the cybersecurity assessment and certification tools in the CCAT project. And few faces I have seen yesterday from the SecureNet project. These are the 3 babies, essentially, of the chess excellence hubs. Our objectives are to move the research across borders, to move the research from the academia to the industry, and from the industry also to the academia, to enrich the ecosystems themselves. And we are also opening now, as many of you are here, I can see quite a few faces not being with chess or chess organized activities in the past. We are opening our project in this year and also in the following final year towards the outside, towards the wider cybersecurity ecosystem. And we'll be organizing quite a few events, both in Estonia as well as in not only Moravia, but also in Bohemia in Czech Republic, to show what actually chess people worked on, what results are there, what maybe can be utilized by your company, your government institution. We care a lot about exchanging people and really making sure that the people are not visiting just for half a week, but staying with a partner institution for several weeks, sometimes even several months, learning how the partner works, to basically become bridges between the institutions and to make sure that the institutions are ready to work on interesting and challenging cybersecurity problems in the future. We are preferring, therefore, the exchanges that go from academia to the industry or vice versa, not just between academic institutions. We are supporting people who want to go for longer rather than just 2-week stint. And we really try to involve everybody, graduate students, junior staff, full professors, everybody is encouraged and supported to become part of the exchanges. You can follow us on LinkedIn. You can follow us on X. Raimundas would probably add a few more networks that I personally don't care about. YouTube, okay. We'll have a new video on YouTube, I gather from this. We will be posting there all the events, all the plans. Right, an hour ago, we are hammering down a possible plan for an event here in Estonia in March. So these are being advertised well in advance on our social networks. We did a lot of presentations in various events. We counted when we did the bean counting at the end of the summer. 120 events influenced directly by chess people, sometimes organized by us, sometimes we presented chess results at these events. And our industry partners, some of them in a few moments, will share with you how they are using some of the research coming from academia. So people from chess are around you. It should be easy for you to reach out. I believe that 1/4, 1/5 of the faces here are chess. So the likelihood is that if you approach 5 people, you should get some response that somebody works with an institution involved in chess. And people from chess are happy to share with you the stuff that they are doing, be it audience large or audience small, being a focused evening thing, or be it a dedicated workshop for some cybersecurity professionals. All that is what chess is heavily involved in. Many thanks for your attention. I will not take any questions now because we started late, but I am very happy to take questions during the breaks, during the dinner, during other events, as well as within NordSec itself for the full day tomorrow. And now the individual 6 challenge areas, the 6 areas of focus within chess that I mentioned, we will share with you what we are proud of, what we have been doing, what we have been showing, what we have been transferring. So with respect to challenge area number 1, I would ask partners from Brno University of Technology to take over both the presenter and the microphone.
So thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Lukáš Malina. I am from Brno University of Technology. I'm co-leading this challenge area with Raimundas from University of Tartu. And we are focusing on Internet of Secure Things. And basically, our mission is to promote practical approaches and solutions for not only for private sector, but also for public sector. And we are design, develop, and validate, and also analyze our solutions and also the other solutions which are somehow regarding to Internet of Secure Things. And because we are from Czech Republic, and as you know, in Czech Republic, we have the Škoda Auto, so we can be maybe known as the car makers too. And in Estonia, you have also a couple of famous companies, maybe dedicated to car sharing and also automotive. So for us, makes sense, maybe focus on intelligent transport systems and some subtopics in this area. So basically, we did these 5 topics, these 5 mini projects. Each of them takes several months. Some of them are already closed, some of them are still active. And basically, we deal mainly with design of security and privacy, for instance, in smart parking scenarios, car sharing scenarios, but also we map, for instance, security and privacy management in intelligent transport systems. So our results are mostly publications that can serve as the blueprints for advanced solutions, but we also come up with some practical solutions, and some of them are very interesting, and I would like to ask my colleague, Lukáš Daubner, actually now from University of Tartu. So you please come and I give you the floor. You can briefly introduce your tool, Forensic Ready Analysis Suite.
Hello, thank you, Lukáš. So I'm the other Lukáš, Lukáš Daubner, now from University of Tartu, and we developed this tool, this Freeze Forensic Ready Analytics Suite, to help us analyze forensic readiness in software systems. So what is the context here? So maybe you want to have a system that would be ready to respond to cyber attacks, or to support some disputes, or provide evidence for regulatory compliance. For all of that, you need some data. you need some evidence that would help you in this cause. So you want to design a system that, well, will do this. And you can say that, okay, I will include locks in the systems. Okay, but where exactly? And which ones? Are they trustworthy enough? Can you retrieve them effectively? And for that, we said, okay, we have a framework. We have a framework that will help you find these, but it's not enough. So we also implemented a tool, this freeze tool, where you can model your system, and then it will guide you, it will help you to find out where the evidence would help you and how it would help you. And so if we have a time for some demo of the tool, is it running? Yes. So you have a model of the system, then you can analyze some specific things you should look for. Maybe there's some missing point, missing evidence, something that would help you during the attack. Or you can just say there's a breach of some store. Do I have supporting evidence somewhere in the system that will tell you, okay, there's a breach, there's an attack? So this is what the tool can do, and we are still working on it. We are still expanding on it. And yeah, that's it. Thanks.
So that's it. That's all from CA1. Thank you, and we will be here for any questions during the coffee break. So can we pass the
microphone back to me.
back to you?
Okay. Challenge area number 2, security certification, is a challenge area that I'm coordinating together with Lina, pretending to be busy over her computer there in the back, from Cybernetica. Challenge area number 2A takes care of looking into the ecosystem of security certified products. Products that get certified either by common criteria or FIPS 140 or EUCC. And within the CHESS project, we have pushed forward a tool that we obviously believe being a very useful tool to analyze the ecosystem of the certified products, examine their interdependencies, map the vulnerabilities that get discovered and labeled with CVEs and all these to the products that reached some level of security certification. B, we are helping and moving from the academia, or we are part of a vehicle that is moving from the academia, namely the University of Tartu, a tool for automated self-assessment, self-certification of institutions in terms of their security institutional maturity, to figure out or to help the CISOs figuring out where they should still invest some of their time and effort to move the institution forward in terms of cybersecurity and allow them for a comparison with the rest of the industry. That effort is gradually, with the key person being Mari, pretending to be busy over her other device, moved from University of Tartu to RIA, and CHESS was a very happy partner to be assistive in this exercise. The tooling I will mention later on was also tested in Czechia, and we have had a busy year of discussions how it can be utilized across these two regions. Last but not least, we look into some specific devices and try to figure out how we can move their own security certification forward. So with respect to the first thing, the tool that is called SecCert. That tool, my slides shifted, I'm very sorry about that. That tool is now available through an online interface, and you can query it over the basic web interface. but you can also install it on premise and run it together with your own institutional secretive data that you don't want to share with the others, and cross-analyze the certified products with the insights that you have on your own. The tool was presented at various events like the Common Criteria Conference last year or the Cryptographic Module Conference in San Jose. And the tool is one of the 4 components of the new project CCAT that we will share the basic information about with you in a few moments. The FASLE framework for security level evaluation, as I mentioned, is currently being under final tests in RIA. And I got news that if everything goes well, it may be getting fully operational by the end of this month. So I'm very, very glad to hear such news. And here you can see that the Czechs have to do a lot to catch up. With the last data collection, we have over 200 institutions assessed in Estonia and only 17 in Czechia. Central America, 59 institutions running through the FASLE self-evaluation and testing or assessing themselves. The third mini project in the security certification challenge area is development of a new security target for the common criteria certification for an MPC system, multi-party computation system, where we were scoping the foreseen security target and designing its essential framing during the summer of this year. Last but not least, the 4th mini project finished. The question mark probably can be cut off at this point. We closed this project with autumn of this year, and we evaluated disk encryption tools, disk encryption systems from various vendors, and we examined this ecosystem against the IEEE standard that actually these devices in one way or another adhere to or try to adhere to. So I'll be glad to take questions with respect to this. If you want to fire up over one of them right now, you can. And in the meantime, I will be passing the microphone and presenter to Martin for Challenge Area 3. But is there any question for Challenge Area 2? If not, then Martin, over to you for Challenge Area 3.
Hello, I'm here representing the Challenge Area 3, the verification of trustworthy software. I'm from Red Hat, but there are multiple companies and institutions involved in the area. The goal of the challenge area is to use formal methods to improve software. We generally analyze code performance, the actual code of the software, the cryptographic protocols around it, and work in a way that we develop tools that often start as novel ideas in the academia and with an academic prototype, and try to apply those tools in companies and get them to a daily use, showing what they can do and how can they actually improve what's out there. It's a mixture of institutions from both regions, the Estonia and South Moravia. And as I mentioned, usually it's the academia that comes with the ideas and prototypes of the tools, and then the industrial members who apply them. I will do a flagship example on the tool that is called Perun, and then mention several other tools that we have, because going over all of them would be a bit overwhelming at this place within the time frame. So Perun is a modular differential performance analyzer that can reach the kernel. And I'll slightly go into that. It's a performance analyzer, so it helps to identify performance degradations in your software. And it can reach as down deep as the kernel. So you can either profile user space applications, or actually profile just the kernel or profile both in the full stack. We are actually using it in Red Hat mainly in the kernel part and much less in the application part, but it can also work in the user space. Now, modular and differential. It's modular in a way that there are different options for the actual performance tool. You can use perf, you can use system tab, instrumentation, whatever fits you, you can plug into Perun. And it's differential because it connects to version control. So you have multiple Git versions of the same software, and you're running performance profiling over the different versions and comparing those to be able to find the performance degradation. So ideally, with the Git information, so it's kind of white box profiling, you can say, oh, there's degradation, and it's this commit within this function, within this line, because you can do it differentially. In reality, it also, apart from tons of data, it gives you all sorts of visualization. This is a flame graph of calls in the kernel, and in the lower side, you can see a differential flame graph of which parts were called more and which parts were called less, so that it helps you to dive much faster into places that changed and changed in either positive or negative directions. So this is a tool that moved from academic prototype to the actual industrial use, because now for about half a year, this is actually running daily at Red Hat within the CI/CD pipeline of the kernel QE team, and they are literally saving man hours, ones to tens of man hours per individual performance degradations, because sometimes it would take 2 days for the kernel QE team just to find out the problem, and now with Perun they can do it much faster. We have a bunch of other tools where we want to go the same flow of getting it actually applied and saving time, or others. This is the Perun. There's also a demo that you can check and try to solve perf challenges with Perun. There's also diffcamp, which is a tool for checking semantic equivalence of C code and potentially a very complex C code. Think like you have a C project, again, we are using it on the kernel, and you want to ensure the stability of the API. So you're checking whether commits that were marked as refactoring are actually only doing refactoring, and there's no semantic change within the code. And we can do that by formal analysis. So it's actually sane and correct, and when it says that there's no semantic change, we can prove that there is none. And if there is one, we can point you to, oh, the semantic change is there, so you accidentally also changed something that you didn't intend to. The third tool that I'll mention is Symbiotic, which is a verification tool, again, mostly for C code, which combines multiple theoretical methods: static analysis, instrumentation, program slicing, symbolic execution. For those of you who know the software verification competition, it's a multi-year winner in multiple categories of the verification tooling. Lastly, it's a project called GobPy within the Goblin project that automatically verifies software and focuses primarily on data races. Now, if you want to take a picture of any slide, this is the slide with all the links. And this concludes the short introduction into the tools that we do in Challenge Area 3. So if there are any questions, they can be either now or feel free to grab me later on here in the space. Thank you very much.
Good. So my name is Peter Schwenda, and together with Mubashar here from Tartu, we worked in a challenge area 4. We don't propose new blockchains. We just use them from various points of view. So I will describe 4 main usages. One is focused on using blockchain as a way how to enforce integrity of something. In our case, data that is collected through the digital twin and observation of the attacker's action. That's one thing. Or we are looking what is happening there. In our case, again, coin-join privacy-enhancing transactions that are happening on a Bitcoin blockchain. Or we are dividing techniques and tooling to analyze hardware wallets and other cryptographic devices that are used to typically protect the keys that are used within blockchain. And finally, we sometimes put everything together and build something atop of blockchains with help of zero knowledge techniques, plus some secure hardware to harden the tools that are used there. Okay, so the first mini project. Here the idea is we like to catch the criminals. We like to figure out how they are doing stuff. And we like to make it so that it can be even like forensically used later on in a code. So we will first create a digital twin. This is done also in a proof of concept with Microsoft Azure Digital Twin tool. And then we are observing what is happening there. Everything is stored for integrity purposes with the help of Ethereum blockchain, and that's the result. If you are interested more, we have some papers. So just take a look, read them. We also have tools, which is an open source tools. This is true both for this one as well as all others. Okay, we are not doing any proprietary software. We are having everything open. We do typically also cooperate with master and bachelor students. So a lot of work and hard work is actually done by them. So this is the first one where we are using blockchain for integrity purposes. The second one is where we are looking what is happening there. So despite the wide belief, Bitcoin is neither completely anonymous nor completely transparent. You can get the privacy there, but it's somewhat elaborate. You need to typically go into some elaborate cooperation with other people, creating together one big transaction that will give you privacy. And this is called conjoin. There are various protocols. A lot of money is like mixed and let's say protected via these mechanisms, but it's not very clear what is happening there. So we are proposing techniques, we are proposing tooling to understand this ecosystem better. We are not only proposing how to look at that and get some sense of it, we are also proposing how to make the conjoins better. So they are more efficient, they are providing you with better functionality, you better understand how much privacy you are getting, and so on. We do have, again, publications because we are researchers, but we are also having tools, both tools you can run locally on your machine and get some ideas out of it, as well as a web page where you can just take a look and peer what is happening there. If you're interested, the link to the web page is not here, but just talk to me. So that's the conjoin thing. Another one revolves around putting everything together and try to build a system that is having some nicer properties. In this case, we are putting together zero knowledge techniques plus blockchain plus cryptographic hardware to get the system which is very easy to use. Users just don't need to have anything else than the ability to connect to their Google account. And then based on that, we can do all the heavy lifting and get them digital wallet and related operations. So that's the first part. The second part revolves around how to test devices that are used to protect private keys. These devices are typically very secure. We have Tropic Square guys that are making open source chip that is now embedded in a hardware wallet, which is something that was not done before. I like to highlight this. I very much like it. There is one problem with these cryptocurrency hardware wallets. They are not built to be automatically tested. And that's on intent, because if they can be like very easily controlled from a computer for the testing, that can be also very easily controlled by a malware to steal your keys. Okay, so they are intentionally built that you need to physically press some button and touch here and read there. So for that, we built a dedicated device, a dedicated robot that is automating steps with the wallet and doing the operations there. We also know that no matter how much you will try, your device will have implementation flaws. So it's better to have two devices, so the attacker needs to find the flaws in both to be successful. Okay, so for that, well-known threshold cryptography, in case of blockchains, typically ECDSH signature. done in a multi-party way, when you have two people or two devices creating a signature. That's well-known technique, like people are researching this for quite some time, and it's quite efficient as long as you have a laptop or mobile phone, very powerful devices. But what if you would like to run this on a smart card? That's tricky because smart card is very limited with RAM, very limited with computational power. So we actually, because we love smart cards and we are working with them for a long time, we spent non-trivial time to figure out how to do it. I will show you on the last slide, on the next one, how it's done together with the people from Estonia. We have some papers, we have some implementations. Again, this is the robot I was mentioning. So you can't maybe see it, but the white stuff in the middle is a hardware wallet, and the robot is pressing, and the robot is reading and OCRing what is there and pressing again and so on. And this way we were able to generate 100,000 wallets and look how they are dealing with entropy and so on. Good. So finally, one selected highlight. So this is work we did with Cybernetica, more specifically Peter Laut on the cybernetic side, on our side, Antonin Duvka and me. This work started thanks to chess. Antonin was coming here, he was chatting with Peter, and together they figure out there is a protocol they can adapt and tweak and improve, so then it will run on very limited smart card. There is a research publication if you are interested, but there is also open source implementation of that running on a smart card. And then Antonin started as a Cybernetica employee, and we are also talking with another company that they will like to include this into their product. So this is something that I think is having all the components we are talking within the chess about. So I'm very happy about that. And that's all from my side. Thank you. Yes.
So yes, thank you. How do I
Just go next. There will be no slide.
Oh, yeah. Hello, I'm Jan Willemsson from Cybernetica, and I'm presenting challenge area number 5, post-quantum cryptography. So back in early 2023, when I started the project, the world was a very different place because the first post-quantum standards had just been accepted by NIST. It took them like 6 years to build those standards. And then the first versions of official standards had just been accepted, which means that these cryptographic signature and key exchange algorithms hadn't yet made it to any real applications, to libraries, nowhere. So there were just standards on paper, and nobody actually knew how they would play out in the real life. So when we were starting to work on chess post-quantum crypto challenge area, and we were thinking, so what should we do? And the choice was pretty much obvious. So let's try these things out, and let's see how post-quantum transition would actually work out in practice. So our strategic priorities, evaluating the state of the art and practical applicability of post-quantum technologies, which we already knew were starting to evolve very fast at that point of time. And on the other hand, also assessing usability and market viability of these products based on post-quantum algorithms. And as I said, the approach was hands-on approach, taking certain existing infrastructure components, certain existing products, and trying to see how easy or difficult it would be to transfer them into post-quantum crypto, and evaluating this transition along the way. So the first mini project that we're working on is called Aspects of Transition to Post-Quantum Technologies. And this is exactly where we started taking different applications one after another and studying what would happen if we would turn them into or apply post-quantum crypto within them. So the first experiment we made was complete authentication infrastructure, starting from your client device, your key management, using WebAID as an authentication protocol, authenticating yourself to Nextcloud, and including client-side key management device. I mean, you're used to using your ID card, for example, in Estonia, where you have your asymmetric key pairs. So all this crypto is baked into your chip card. Nothing like that existed yet on the market back then. So we had to build our own hardware, essentially, on top of ESP32 microcontroller. And some other experiments we've done. In Estonia, we have this CDOC infrastructure where you can use your national EID to send and receive encrypted messages. So we are still, we did the first experimental implementation, and this project is still ongoing, actually. A big project that we expect to be working on even beyond chess is post-quantum electronic voting, which is something we do in Estonia, and which relies heavily on asymmetric cryptography in many components. So there is a TLS component, there is EID authentication, EID signatures, there is asymmetric encryption, which needs to support all sorts of homomorphic properties, like being able to use mixed nets and zero-knowledge proofs of decryption, zero-knowledge proofs of correct ballot and whatnot. So it's a huge bunch of asymmetric crypto that all has to work together, and all of that ideally would need to be transitioned to post-quantum crypto. And there are still theoretical questions to be studied how to do that efficiently. As a very nice side product, there is a library called Lattice Helper, developed by Petr Musikant, who is sitting over there, that has helped us to implement our internal projects. Is very much an ongoing project of its own, and Cybernetica is using it in other projects outside chess as well. The other really cool project is what Brno guys do under the guidance of Jan Heini, and this is a hardware encryptor, how they call it. So the idea is to implement hybrid key exchange on an FPGA-based system and try to build, let's say, a VPN out of it, where on both ends there is this hybrid key exchange capability. So we've done a couple of experiments with this, trying to set it up between Estonia and Czechia. And the next step where they will actually take this FPGA-based solution to Estonia is going to happen early next year. I'm pretty sure Jan will be happy to share all the nitty-gritty details of this. There has been a lot of spillover, so to say, from chess to many other activities that we do. There is, I would already call it traditional future cryptography conference. We've had, I think we've had 2 of these last year and this year. Last year was exclusively post-quantum crypto. This year it was other topics as well, but also post-quantum crypto. There has been a series of PQC workshops. We've had research visits. We gave a special seminar to Estonian State Electoral Office, presenting our work on post-quantum e-voting earlier this year, which was very, very nice and successful. Currently, we are working on a number of roadmaps, white papers, reports on post-quantum transition in Estonia, and lots of our experience that we gathered during chess has found its way there as well. And yeah, last but not least, there is this post-quantum project Quark that we just pre-kicked off this morning. And perhaps the I don't know if the most important, but at least the coolest outcome of the project is a board game. So where you can take a role of an engineer who has to implement post-quantum transition of your infrastructure and all the challenges that you may face, like quantum threat is too far away and math is too hard and whatnot. So you can play it out and then see how you would manage organizing post-quantum transition of your organization. I'm not sure it's on sale yet. Peter knows, no, probably not. But yeah, but they're working hard towards this. So there will be a point where you can actually buy this board game. So yeah, have fun. Thank you.
Okay, sorry to bother you again. Challenge area number 6, the guys were not able to join us. So I said, okay, I will give it a try. One of the beasts, one of the mini projects from Challenge Area 6 is actually my work with my PhD student. And the work sounds rather simple, and as usual, as things sound simple, it is very complicated. Many of you know about pen testing, penetration testing. Some of you have probably seen pen testing reports. And unless you produce that report yourself, especially if the report was produced by somebody completely different from completely different environment, you probably have seen that there are things you would wanna like to ask, things that you are not really clear about in the pen testing report, how this was meant, how that was meant, to enable you to decide whether this should go towards development or administration, or who should take care of the things that got identified as problem in pen testing report. And we try to improve this. We try to help pen testers write better pen testing reports so that their consumers get some clue what the people who did the actual testing found out and what they mean to suggest, if they mean to suggest something, to be done about it. And this is the work that we undertake within this mini project of chess. The second mini project looks into the exercises that are called tabletop exercises, developed originally from various cyber ranges and other efforts, where it was found out that many of the things are not just decisions to be done when hammering the keyboard in front of the screen, but important decisions to be done at a table where the decision makers sit and where they have to decide in what dimension to move, what decision to make, and what to pursue first. And we focus on a development of a platform and fit to purpose of a platform that enables these tabletop exercises, that is providing software to run the tabletop exercises, fitting different environments, fitting different purposes. And these are the two currently running mini projects of chess, and the first mini project of chess that was, that was involved in the challenge area number 6 is one of the things that closed and actually was preceding the exercise on the Inject platform for the tabletop exercises. We are currently looking into integration of large language models into tabletop exercises, and we also play with several AI tools that enable institutions to save on resources and hopefully still write better pen testing reports than they have been doing in the past. Because to be honest, for many cybersecurity experts, you have to admit that it's a great fun to hack things and to do the testing. Then comes the boring part, to write the report and tell the customer what you have found. So we are looking into assistive powers and limits of artificial intelligence in these two dimensions. So that was all about chess. Can we afford a short break now, Raimundas, or what does your... Oh, we can. Perfect. So now I will not keep you from the coffee. It's coffee break time. Thank you very much.